از 16 تیر ما اقدام بعدی رو میکنیم. اگر میخواهید اظهار تأسف بکنید از همین حالا اظهار تأسف بفرمایید. اگر هم بناس بیانیه بدید از همین حالا بدید. 16 تیر ما سطح غنیسازی ما دیگر 3/67 نخواهد بود. ما این تعهد رو کنار میگذاریم به هر مقداری که دلمون خواست، به هر مقداری که ضرورت ما بود، نیاز ما بود. این رو از 3/67 میبریم بالا و بدونید از 16 تیر به بعد در زمینه راکتور عراق اگر به تمام تعهداتی که به ما کردید طبق برنامه و زمانبندی عمل نکنید، ما راکتور عراق رو برمیگردونیم به شرایط سابق.
Alright, shalom. This is Chanaksa on by Yasher Allah. For the lines in the Yasher Allah camp, first and foremost, I'd like to say Kahalayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakar Kodash, my mouth. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth, the sincerity, and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Alright, so I know you couldn't understand what the Prime Minister or President of um, Iran was saying, but you can like see the subs. Hopefully, you were able to see the subtitles. And basically, they're going to push forward um with their making of nuclear weapons. They don't care what America has to say. They don't care what Trump has to say. They're really gearing themselves for war and preparing themselves for war with the United States, man. So I'm going to read this article real quick, um, and get a couple scriptures on this, man, because we're really waiting on this to kick off. Because uh, if tensions rise, right? NATO's going to have to get involved, and Israel is going to have to get involved, and that's what the conflict we want: Israel and Iran to go to war. All right. All right, it says Iranian president warns Tehran will increase uranium enrichment as much as we want on Sunday. All right, it says Dubai Iranian president Hassan Rouhani warned Wednesday that Iran would increase its enrichment of uranium this weekend to whatever level was needed beyond the cap set by a 2015 nuclear agreement, and move that could further escalate tensions with the United States. All right, that's the whole purpose, okay? Because nobody's afraid of America anymore, man. Is you can only bully for so long until once you can back somebody in the corner for so long, and eventually they're going to come back. They're going to have to force back because they can't go back any further. So these countries are tired of America and their bullcrap, man. It says Iran has repeatedly threatened that by July 7th it will enrich above 3.67% concentration of uranium 235, the level of fissile isotope allowed under the nuclear deal. All right, unless it receives some relief from U.S. sanctions, European countries are struggling to meet Tehran's demands to keep the 2015 nuclear deal alive. So what he's doing, he's trying to use leverage. He's like, okay, you want us to stop making nuclear missiles because we don't care, we'll bomb everything. All right, you got to let off these sanctions. But the pride of America and Trump, they're probably not going to let off of them. It says, this is a quote. It says, our enrichment rate is not going to be 3.67% anymore. Rouhani said, it's going to be as much as we want it to be. All right, so he's going to produce as much and enrich as much uranium as he wants to, as they want to, as they see needs, as they see fit to gear themselves for war, which they probably have already been doing that anyway. All right, it says Rouhani's comments, carried by the state broadcaster, came after Iran on Monday breached the 300 kilogram or 660 pound limit for low enriched uranium allowed under the deal. That move did not put Iran specifically closer to holding enough high enriched uranium to produce a nuclear weapon, whereas combining an increase it in its uranium stockpile with heightened enrichment levels could reduce its breakdown time, the period it would need to enable the production of a weapon. All right. It says uranium enriched to the low level of 367% U 200 and 235 is suitable for fuel in a nuclear reactor. But if it's enriched too much higher, around 90%, it could be used as a fissile material in a nuclear weapon. All right. So I'm gonna put a I'm not gonna read the whole article. I'm gonna get a couple scriptures real quick, and I'm gonna put the article in the description box so you can play this other video. I guess showing a little diagram of how they're gonna enrich his levels of uranium. But real quick, I want to get a couple scriptures. Just talking about that. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 10, because these nations are no longer afraid of America, man. That's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai coming down. All right, forcing these nations to do these things. All right, it says, Joel chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." And that's the point. The weak are saying that they're strong now. They're not afraid of America. All right. You know what I'm saying? America's the city of unwalled villages. They don't have a missile defense system that could intercept anything that any of these countries that are going to send forth. So America really is sitting ducks. All right, and they don't even realize it. Okay. And I'll get one more scripture and close it out. Next scripture I want to get is Isaiah. All right, this is Isaiah 14:9. It says, "Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming, and stir up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up their thrones, Shlakia, all the kings of the nations." All right, Shlakia, have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? And that's the thing. These other nations are seeing the weaknesses in America and the wickedness in America, because what the Most High said, He's going to lift up the skirt of Babylon and expose her nakedness. And this is all they're doing according to the will of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, man. It's a beautiful thing, because these are signs and prophecies that's going to get us more closer to our salvation. All right, with that being said, like I said, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Harakak Wadash, my mom. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.